Hello and shalom, my dear beloved friends. It's been quite a while since I've made another video. Uh, I guess I can give you a quick catch up. I don't want to be too long because what I want to read is going to be a little bit longer than the other chapters I've read. I was sick for a while, so I didn't do a video. And then for some reason, every time I tried to upload this video, and the name of this chapter is called The Bible's 100% Accurate Prophecies. Every time I tried to upload a video, it would not upload, it would delete. It wouldn't work. And I tried like 3 or 4 times and redid the video, and it kind of got stressful. And then I ended up in a place where I didn't have internet. My internet was very sketchy, it was very low, so I couldn't upload any kind of videos at that point. I think I'm in a better internet area right now. But anyhow, I've had a lot of stuff going on. I might be moving. Anyhow, that's just a little quick catch up. Today, we are still reading Scientific Facts in the Bible by Ray Comfort. 100 Reasons to Believe that the Bible is Supernatural in Origin. The name of this chapter, we're on chapter 7. I think we're on part 8, chapter 7, something like that. It's been a while. And like I said, it's the Bible is 100% accurate prophecies. So I guess I'm going to read. I hope you enjoy today's story time. See if I can get through this on a couple of hours sleep. I'm so tired today. All right, here we go. The scriptured and fulfilled prophecies. The prophecies from the Old and New Testament that have been fulfilled also add credibility to the Bible. The scriptures, oh my gosh. Sorry, I lost my place. Sorry, I told you I'm tired. All right. The scriptures predicted the rise and fall of great empires like Greece and Rome. And that's Daniel 2:39-40. Talks about that. And foretold the destruction of cities like Tyre and Sidon. That's Isaiah 23. Tyre's demise is recorded by ancient historians who tell how Alexander the Great lay siege to the city for 7 months. King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon has failed in a 13-year attempt to capture the seacoast city and completely destroy its inhabitants. During the siege of 573 BC, much of the population of Tyre moved to its new island home, approximately half a mile from the land city. Here it remained surrounded by walls as high as 150 feet until judgment fell in 332 BC. With the arrival of Alexander the Great. In the 7th month siege, he fulfilled the remainder of the prophecies, Zechariah 9:4, Ezekiel 26:12, concerning the city at sea by completely destroying Tyre, killing 8,000 of its inhabitants, and selling 30,000 of its population into slavery. To reach the island, he scraped up dust and rubble of the old land city of Tyre, just like the Bible predicted, and cast them into the sea, building a 200-foot wide causeway out to the island. Alexander's death and the murder of his 2 sons were also foretold in Scripture. Another startling prophecy was Jesus's detailed prediction of Jerusalem's destruction and the further spreading of the Jewish diaspora throughout the world, which is recorded in Luke 21 in AD 70. Not only was Jerusalem destroyed by Titus, the future emperor of Rome, but another prediction of Jesus Christ, Matthew 24:1-2, came to pass, the complete destruction of the temple of God. There's bugs out here. Or no-see-ums. No-see-ums. Bite harder than mosquitoes, I think, sometimes. My second wind. The Bible's predictions of the Middle East conflict. In the book of beginnings, which is Genesis 16:12, God said that Ishmael, the progenitor of the Arab race, would be a wild man, and every man's hand will be against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of his brethren. Almost 4,000 years later, who could deny that this prophecy is being fulfilled in the Arab race? The Arabs and the Jews are brethren. There's quotes, it says brethren. Having Abraham and their ancestors, the whole Middle East conflict is caused by their dwelling together. The Bible's Messianic prophecies. Oh my God. Sorry. If you haven't watched me before, I keep it real. Yawns and all, maybe eye boogers and all, kids screaming and all, cars driving by. I don't care. Oh man, let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, right here. The Bible's Messianic prophecies. In the book of Daniel, the Bible prophesied the coming of the one and only Jewish Messiah. Prior to the temple's demise, the Old Testament prophets declared he would be born in Bethlehem, Micah 5:2, to a virgin in Isaiah 7:14, be betrayed for 30 pieces of silver in Zechariah 11:12 and 13, die by crucifixion, Psalms 22, and be buried in a rich man's tomb. That was Isaiah 53:9. I'm sorry. All right, technical difficulties. There was only one person who fits all the messianic prophecies of the Old Testament who lived before AD 70, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Mary. Let's see. The Bible predicts the birth of a nation. In Isaiah 66:7-8, 700 BC, the prophet gives a strange prophecy. Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion traveled, she brought forth her children. In 1922, the League of Nations gave Great Britain the mandate, political authority, over the Palestinians. On May 14, 1948, Britain withdrew her mandate, and the nation of Israel was born in a day. There are more than 25 Bible prophecies concerning Palestine that have been literally fulfilled. Probability estimations conclude that the chances of these being fulfilled are less than 1 chance in 33 million. The Bible predicts Russia's attack on Israel. A number of books of the Bible speak of future events. Ezekiel 38, written approximately 600 BC, prophesies that in these times, the latter days, verse 16, that Russia, referred to as a prince of Rosh, see Smith's Bible Dictionary on page 584, will combine with Iran, Libya, in Hebrew is called Put, and communicist Ethiopia, in Hebrew is called Cush, and attack Israel, verse 5-8. This will take place after Israel's peace initiative has been successful, and that's verse 11. The Bible even gives Russia reasoning for and the direction of the attack, as well as the location of the battle, the Armageddon, Revelation 16:16. This is generally interpreted as meaning the mountain of Megiddo, which is located on the north side of the plains of Jezreel. Russia has had a foothold in the Middle East for many years. The Soviets are entrenched around the rim of the Middle East heartland in Afghanistan, South Yemen, Ethiopia, and Libya. Let's see, what do you call it? Reference, that's the word I was looking for. It says Countdown in the Middle East, Reader's Digest, May 1982. All right, the signs of the times. I hate yawning. That was a little one. Signs of the times. There will be false Christ. I was trying to say those two words together. There will be a false Christ. Wars and rumors of wars, nations rising against nations, famines, disease, pestilence, false prophets, and who will deceive many, and lawlessness, forsaking the 10 Commandments. The gospel will be preached in all the world. There will be earthquakes in various places, signs from the heavens in the sun, moon, and the stars. Gotta watch the sky, people. And persecution against Christians in all the nations. Men's heart will fail them for fear of the future. They will be selfish, materialistic, arrogant, and proud. Homosexuality will increase. There will be blasphemy, cold-heartedness, intemperance, brutality, rebellious youths, hatred of those who stand up for righteousness, ungodliness, pleasure-seeking, much hypocrisy. False Bible teachers will have many followers, be money-hungry, and slander of the Christian faith. See 2 Peter 2:1-3. Men will scoff and say that there are no such thing as the flood of Noah, and that these signs have always been around. Their motivation for hating the truth will be their love of lust. 2 Peter 3:1-7. I'm going to stop there just for a second. When I was a kid, I went on this field trip, and I think it was like a nursery of some type. Like the whole place was like, there was plants everywhere. They showed you like agriculture. And then there was this hill that they had like kind of cut in half. And you can see like different sediment layers. And the lady that was there, she spoke of how that there's part of the layers, and I'm trying to remember because I mean I was little, I was a kid. I was really young, still in school. But she was talking about there was different sediment layers, and in one of the layers of the earth, you could tell that there had been a mass flood, like a big flood. But she kind of explained that and kind of related it to, the Bible. And being that I was in public school, she kind of had to be careful of how she put it and what she said. But she said that, if you cut into the earth, that you can see where Noah had the flood, in the earth's crust or, whatever. But I thought that was really interesting. That was something that kind of stuck with me. I wish I could have remembered it in more detail, but I thought it was pretty interesting. Back to the story. All right. The scriptures tell us that they make one... where are we at? The scriptures tell us that they make one big mistake. Their understanding of God is I can't read, by the way. I try to. Erroneous. That's a weird word. Erroneous. I know what it means. I just can't say it. They don't understand that God's time frame is not the same as ours. That's for sure. They think, in their ignorance, that God's continued silence means that He doesn't see their sins. In truth, He is merely holding back His wrath, waiting for them to repent and escape the damnation of hell. Jesus warned us Jesus warned that the signs to look for was the repossession of Jerusalem by the Jews that happened in 1967 after 2,000 years, bringing into culmination all the signs of the times. These are combined from Matthew 24, Mark 13, Luke 21, 1 Timothy 4, and 2 Timothy 3. How much more we got here? The Bible and Armageddon. Joel 2, 1 through 10, relates a striking account of the coming of Battle of Armageddon, the greatest of all battles. Dun dun dun. As this vision, which seems to entail flame-throwing tank warfare, was given to him approximately 2,800 years ago, the prophets relate it to the only thing he has seen in battle, horse-drawn chariots. Think of modern warfare and compare. Fire goes back before them. They burn what is behind them. They destroy everything in their path. They move at the speed of a horse. Their rumbling sounds like the noise of many chariots and the roar of a fire. They climb over walls, and they don't break rank. The swords can't stop them. They climb into houses, and they make the earth quake. All right. We got the Bible and nuclear war. I know it's kind of long. We're almost done. All right. Ezekiel 39. It says the Bible and nuclear war. Ezekiel 39, written over 2,500 years ago, speaks of God's judgment upon the enemies of Israel. Verses 12 through 15 describe what will happen after what many see as a battle of Armageddon. In 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land, and they shall sever out men of continual employment passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months they shall search. And the passengers that pass through the land, when any see a man's bone, then shall he set up a sign by it, till the bruisers have buried it in the valley of Hamanagog. It's one of those words again. Hamanagog. Sorry. Before the days of nuclear warfare, this portion of the Bible would have made no sense to readers. We are told that even the weapons left by the enemy will have to be burned. Ezekiel 39:9. So many will die that it will take those specifically employed for the purpose 7 months to bury the dead. The scriptures are very specific. Sorry, we're not in the ocean. Very specific about the method of burial. When even a bone is found by searchers, a special marker is to be placed near the bone until the buriers have buried it. This would seem to be a clear reference to radioactive contamination after a nuclear war. Ouch. Oh, sorry. All right, let's see. This thought is confirmed in Joel 2:30, which speaks of the pillars of smoke. The Book of Peter and nuclear weapons. The Bible suggests the effects of nuclear weaponry. This is certainly not something that could have been explained in 67 AD. Using known scientific principles. When Peter wrote the following verse, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens will pass away with a great noise, and the elements will melt with a fervent heat. Both the earth and the works that are in it will burn up. 2 Peter 3:10. And that's the end of that chapter. Oh, I gave you a sneak peek for what's coming next. Anyhow, it's 20 minutes. Remember, I did this like 3 or 4 times last time trying to upload this 20 minutes. But anyhow, I've done it. I hope it uploads. Pray it uploads. And I will see you guys again soon. Goodbye.